Hi guys, how are you doing? Subscribers, my viewers, everyone that has stopped by to look at my video, how are you all doing? I hope you're enjoying them. And guys, make your comments and look at all of them. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, please come on in and subscribe. And today wants to talk to you a little about Bounty, the popular Bounty, right? Bounty, Bounty, otherwise known as Rodney Price. That's his real name, Rodney Price. And they call him Bounty. You know, a great thing happened for him earlier this week. As you know, he posted on his social media pages, but I don't know how many persons saw it. But as soon as I saw it, I was so happy. And you know what? It tells me that I should learn to have even more patience. He was so patient. You know, guys, he was reinstated with his visa for the US earlier this week. He was looking so happy. You know, I always admire him. And you know, that guy, it was taken from him in 2010. And he is so enthused that he had waited. And when I read his thing, he didn't beg or bow for it. His time had come. How many of us try to wait on our time? You know, when he said his time had come and he didn't beg or bow, those words reach me, which tells me that whatever I do, have patience. And you know, when I looked at it and he said that he recognized that God is the greatest because it didn't have to be given to him again. He could have had the interest to apply. And when he go, they said no. But instead, they grant him, they reinstate it. I can imagine when he was by the consular there, and when it was said to him that, yes, it will be given, I can imagine him feeling like he want to run and jump, excited. Because, you know, when you're excited about something, you know, you have to have a good amount of self-control, you know, guys. If you don't have self-control, you cannot contain yourself with the excitement. And I imagine he was there calmly on his toe point, waiting to get out. Because I know of a fact, when I went to, oh my Lord, it's as if something was lifted and you feel so good, so great. So I know. And although I didn't have that experience like him, you know, it's been taken from him for 15 long years. Guys, look at 2010 to 2025. And that's the time it was reinstated for him. That's the time God meant for him to travel. That's the time the ambassadors there at the embassy think it was best. Maybe he had never gone there before trying to, you know, push anything, but he waited. And then the time says, now is the time you are to go. So Rodney Price did that. Then he posted, I know, guys, he posted of himself sitting in a plane. He pictured, you know, he put a picture there because he wants the world to see. And you know, that guy, you know, as an entertainer, he goes all different countries. That's how they get their income. So the country that they go to would get some tax from them too, and they would bring back home their little money to the country there, so they'll be earning. Can you imagine? I can imagine the amount of shows that are going to be booked to have him. I always admire this guy, you know, from long time. I like the boom, 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 the tone in his voice and how he does his how he does his thing and the way how he gyrates on the platform. Even though I don't follow them at their different venues, but I do watch some of the things on the television, and it makes you want to smile. So I realize how persons like to go to the live event to watch them in person performing. I can understand, and he was looking so happy. Right? He was so happy. And if he wasn't happy, he would not have made the post on social media. He wanted the world to see, everybody to see that, yes. Because when it was taken, you know, everybody knew about it. And I can imagine how embarrassed he was, whatever reason they're taking it for. But if it was for anything that would have been too degrading for him to get it back, they wouldn't have given it to him another time. Right? So I know he's going to, whatever the reason they're taking it, I think he's going to do his very best to keep it and perform because he's an entertainer. And I remember earlier, sometime last year, yes, he performed in England. I know he went to Trinidad. He has been going to different places, but he was not seen going to the US because apparently it was not yet reinstated. And this time now, he's now supposed to be by now. I would imagine he would have been out of the island by now because he's excited to travel, having not traveled for so many years. And I think he would have been stopping in, he'll be going to Florida. So we're very big. I know by the time he's going to be done, he's going to be so booked. He's going to be so booked. And then if he will not be able to do everything in one job. But gradually now, he'll be able to go and get more shows and more shows, more income for both the country, US, and for Jamaica, right? Developing himself. We just hope for him long life, prosperity, and that whatever his dreams are, he will aspire towards all of them, right? And make it well, because here he goes acknowledging that God is the greatest. So what is he saying? That his time had come. His time had come for him to go for the interview. And his time had come for him to deliver himself to the consulates. And apparently they were pleased and they chose to reinstate him. Right? Right? So when he made his announcement of his arrival to be there, right? To be there, I can imagine everybody must be happy. Can you imagine waiting 15 years, guys? How many of us will wait 15 years for things? But when things are more meaningful for us, we wait. We exercise a patience. But sometimes when we hurry, we miss the mark. We miss the mark. So it's best to wait. He could have gone there several times based on what I've read about what he said. He waited. And can you imagine 15 years? He could have gone there within a year or a couple months, but 15 years. Look at what could have happened during 15 years. Right? I am so, so super happy for him. And let us wish him all the best in all his endeavors, and that he will be of value to both the US and to Jamaica, because there goes another Jamaican. I am proud of him. I am happy for him. I'm just hoping for long life,